People seems to know masculinity. They sense it. They react to it, and they value it. But if you ask most men to define masculinity, you will get confusions and conflict answers. Lots of people discussed about masculinity, some rules to follow, and some standards to reach, from generations to generations, culture to culture. However, in this modern times, due to social class, many men believe that masculinity doesn't mean anything at all. For them, it is just a social console, and to support this point, they tend to study and write about different groups of men and their different ideas about masculinity. If you ask most men throughout history and all over the world for a list of qualities to associate masculinity, the vast majority of them agree that men should be strong, courageous, and honorable. I will create a future video about this for tactical virtues for masculinity. Check that out soon. Now, what is exactly masculinity is? 10 of thousands of years, the hallmark of being a man is separate his family to the danger of the outside world, to protect the perimeter of his tribe, to protect his family from other men whose brutal meant to kill and to conquer, and if necessary to go out and take things his tribe needed, such as hunting and fishing. Biologists write about sexual selection. It is how men choose women and women choose men. But masculinity is all about how men select each other. It's about men trying to prove to each other who is the best. Men trying to prove that they belong to the team. Humans have always been social animals. We survive and evolve with groups or packs. It has always been a job to men to hunt, to fight and to protect the perimeter of his tribe. Men who are strong enough, courageous enough, tough enough, confident enough. In contrast, those men that don't care what other men thought to them, who are afraid to carry his own weight, those men who just didn't make a team. They are ended up with women and children or just out of the tribe. In worst case scenario, these men might die, and if a man die, his genes will never make it to the next generation of warriors. The men who are able to prove to each other that they are strong, courageous, confident, and honorable, the men who made the team. They have much better chance of having their genes preserved to the next generation. They made us who we are. Now today, very few of us to hunt, to fight and protect the perimeter, who barely have to get up to bed. However, it doesn't erase the tens of thousands of evolutionary history. It doesn't change the fact our natural desire to be a man, to prove and to showcase strength, courage, mastery, or honor, any more that realizing that the world really doesn't need men is a false claim. Even though the world seems independent to men, the reality is in contrast. One of the reasons the topic of masculinity has always been confusing is that people with power are always exploiting the natural desire of men to be seen as masculine. They often use the idea of masculinity to manipulate men, to make them obey and sign on their agenda. Today, people who don't want men to act like men are doing the exact same thing. They will say a bunch of words such as men are insecure, they are afraid of women, they're afraid of change. Listen, this is just another trick, another way saying that if men don't do what they want are weak, unable, cowards. Feminists and other world leaders say that we should redefine masculinity. They want masculinity means something that aligns with their agenda, which means folly. They said we shouldn't pressure men to be strong because we don't need men at all anymore, which is a pose of what masculinity really is. Whether you agree with this or not, I have a question for you. What kind of men would you rather have? What kind of men would you rather be? Would you rather be strong, courageous, confident, and honorable, and surrounded with strong men like you? Or would you rather be surrounded with men who are weak, coward, wimp, careless, men that don't even care to be a man? Those are two different ways. It is a future you choose, the future for your son. Would like to see your son wearing makeups and claims to be a transgender? If no, then make a choice. The future you choose will determine your future generation. Listen, you might never see this channel again. Just consider to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to be updated to my latest post. Until next time, God bless.